Hello everyone, welcome to Hope Rising. We're so happy you could join us again today. Today is Tuesday, January 15th, 2019. We have a great lineup today with the Lions Club. We're going to learn so much about what this wonderful humanitarian group does. So today, I'm going to share with you a little bit now. If you live in Cumberland area, you're most likely familiar with the LaVale Lions barbecue chicken dinners in our community. The LaVale Lions have cooked 1.5 million chickens since 1961. The Lions use the money raised from this fundraiser, the Christmas tree sales, and other fundraisers to help people in our community and internationally as well. The Lions have chairpersons who head up committees, such as the Convalescent Committee, who provide health care items. There is also the Site Conservation Committee, who gathers eyeglasses to help others. The Site Conservation Project will be our focus today. Elwood Glass has been a member of the LaVale Lions Club since the 1990s. He has served in many capacities within the LaVale Lions Club. Today, we have the opportunity to hear about the Site Conservation Project, a collecting and recycling program that Elwood is the chairperson of. Also with us is Bob Martin, who drove in from Columbia, Maryland to be with us today on Hope Rising. Bob is a Site Conservation Chairperson for the Lions District W, the Western Region Chairperson, which includes 5 counties. He is also a member of the Myersville Lions Club. So Elwood, we're going to start with you. Why do the Lions Club collect glasses?
Okay, actually, a little bit before that, usually when somebody mentions LaVale Lions Club, the first question is, when is the next barbecue?
That's
So
right.
that'll be coming up the first weekend in May.
Oh, wonderful.
And then we'll have one in September and one in October also.
Right.
But why do we collect eyeglasses? The motto of the Lions Club International and the membership is "We serve." And it may be that very theme that has prompted our club to develop the many programs that we have and we work with on an almost daily basis. For example, our convalescent committee, we have hospital beds, wheelchairs, potty chairs, canes, walkers, and a lot of other items that people need, and they're available from the Lions Club on a no-charge basis.
That's wonderful.
And then the Preschool Vision Screening Committee. This is a very active committee and one that I was active in a few years back. However, this committee screens the little people, the young people in our communities for symptoms of amblyopia and other eye-related diseases and disorders. We have a hearing aid program that's been developed whereby needy persons are able to obtain a hearing aid on a cost-sharing basis with the Lions, and this would improve their hearing and their quality of life. And then on Site Conservation Program, we assist a lot of people in getting their vision exams and their eyeglasses, and then in addition to that, we collect and recycle numerous pair of eyeglasses during the year. And this past Christmas season, we have a Boys and Girls Committee. We took 18 underprivileged children Christmas shopping for their clothing. And we spent a considerable amount of money on each child. And then, in addition, then we took them out for breakfast at McDonald's, which they thoroughly enjoyed. And the LaVale Lionettes bought them all, each one of them, some toys. See, so that made their day pretty well complete. Other things that we do, the LaVale Lions donate to the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts.
Okay.
And we donate money to the LaVale Rescue Squad and the Fire Department and to the LaVale Athletic Association. So there's a lot of youngsters receiving some help in that manner from the Athletic Association. Funding is also provided for scholarships at the Allegheny County of Maryland and also at the Frostburg University.
Great.
And sometimes when I guess a little short on something to do, we'll also walk Route 40 in LaVale and pick up trash.
Oh boy.
So that helps the area there. So these are just a few of the many programs that we do on a yearly basis. And maybe I should talk a little bit more about the collecting and recycling.
Yes, we are really interested to know why do the Lions people, why do you all collect the glasses?
This probably dates back to the year 1925 when Helen Keller, a blind and deaf lady, advocating for the blind people of this nation, attended the Lions International Convention at Cedar Point in Ohio. Okay. And at that time she challenged the Lions to be Knights of the Blind in the crusade against darkness.
Wow.
And the Lions accepted her challenge, and we've worked to aid the blind and visually impaired ever since.
So, Elwood, previously when we had announced that you all were going to be on Hope Rising, some of our Hope Rising viewers have already been writing in and wanting to know, one, are non-prescription reader glasses acceptable?
Yes, they are.
Great. And two, where are the LaVale Lions drop-off collection boxes located for people to take their used eyeglasses?
Okay, we have collection boxes located in a lot of business locations, in churches, drugstores, the offices of eye care professionals, and we have one at the Western Maryland Regional Medical Center, as you well know.
Right.
We have two large cabinet-type boxes in the Country Club Mall, and several years ago I found out from the U.S. Post Office Department that in regard to their large metal mail collection boxes, that they had a surplus of these, and that we could get a few of them, and we ended up picking up two of them, and one of our members refurbished the box, painted it in the Lions color, and installed the Lions decal on it, and they remain in service to this date. These boxes, wherever they're located, they're serviced regularly by members of the committee.
Right.
And we take them from there to our facility on Braddock Road in LaVale, where we keep them in storage.
Okay. So as far as specific places, I know because I work at the hospital that there's one at the information desk. The new Chick-fil-A in LaVale, there's an eye doctor there called My Eye Doctor, right? That people could drop off at his location.
Yes, in the old Kelly building there.
Okay. Then also, isn't it right that at LaVale, at the dry cleaners in LaVale, Mike McKay's, that you have a box there?
Yes,
right?
Correct.
Okay. And how about the pharmacy in Burton's Plaza? That one has a box too, right?
At John Stanley's pharmacy there.
And how about a couple churches? Christ Lutheran?
Christ Lutheran has one, and LaVale United Methodist has an eyeglass collection box as well.
And maybe Presbyterian Church, Washington Street?
On Washington Street, yes.
Okay, in Cumberland, right?
In Cumberland.
That's great. So there's quite a variety of different people that have written in and asked. So there's some specific places. And you probably saw the post that I made the other day about us having the gentleman here today. You might have a lot of eyeglasses tucked in some drawers at home, and this is the new year. So it's a good time to get that drawer full of glasses out and take to these different boxes that Elwood and I have just shared about. That would be great, wouldn't it, Elwood?
Yes, it would. And there's another idea that'll work well at our barbecues. We will have a large eyeglass collection box outside there at the barbecue site in Braddock off Braddock Road in LaVale, and they can put the glasses in there.
Perfect. So in May, drop off your glasses, pick up the chicken, right?
Exactly, exactly.
That's great. All right, Elwood, I have another question for you here. So where do the LaVale Lions sort and store the recycled eyeglasses before they're taken to the next location?
Okay, actually when these members pick up these glasses from the boxes on a regular basis, they will take them to our facility there at the barbecue building on Braddock Road in LaVale, and we'll store them there. And right now there's a good many stored there. And this coming weekend, hopefully, if the weather permits, we'll be able to gather and sort these and pack them. And then when I get like a van load, I will head east to Myersville to meet with fellow Lion Bob and turn them over to him.
I think one time you told me, when I first met you, I think in 2016, that you'd taken like 12 or 1,300 pair down to Myersville in your van one time. Is that about the right number?
Well,
you take?
I have around 1,300 pair in my vehicle now to give to Lion Bob when he leaves here. But the LaVale Lions Club normally will recycle between 2,000 and 2,500 pair of glasses a year.
A year.
And I end up making 2 or 3 trips to Myersville to meet with Bob on this.
That's incredible. When you do sort the glasses at the LaVale Lions clubhouse, I guess you would call it, how many people come and help you sort the glasses?
Well, being Lions, it's a den.
A den, I like that.
And anyhow, we will have probably 5, 6, 7 members of our committee meet there on those days. And of course, we always have some coffee and donuts to make it a little easier.
Can't go wrong with coffee and donuts, right? That's awesome. Alrighty, so now we're gonna switch over to Bob, and we're so glad you came all the way from Columbia, Maryland to be with us today, Bob. Thank you.
Glad to be here.
So I have a few questions for you, and I would love for you just to share once I give you the question, just to run with it. When and how did you get involved in the used eyeglasses program? And part 2, were you a Lion member or did you have an interest in the recycling of eyeglasses before this?
Other than being a Cub Scout and then a Boy Scout, I was not much of a joiner of any kind of an organization.
Okay.
The funny thing that happened was that in about 2001, let me back up a little bit earlier. Back in 1994, another gentleman and I started a nonprofit organization that's called the Treeland Foundation.
Treeland. Okay.
Treeland Foundation is a land trust. We own a sizable piece of property in Myersville, and that piece of property is something that we pay the taxes on and we maintain, and we make available to scouts, to Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, for recreational, for Eagle Scout projects, for conservation projects, all kinds of stuff at no charge to the scouts. And we've been doing this since 1994. In 2001, coincidentally, somebody who knew about the nonprofit, about Treeland Foundation, called me on the phone and he said, I've got 5,000 or 6,000 pairs of used eyeglasses in a barn. And my wife, I'm old, I've retired, my wife and I are moving to Florida. We sold the property, the barn's going to be knocked down, and the glasses are going to get run over by a bulldozer. If you don't take them, do you want them? And I said, sure. And my wife said, they're not going in our garage. So I collected all of the glasses and put them into bags and stuff, and I started looking for a way to rebox the glasses and to someplace I could maybe give them. I knew I could give them to a Lions Club, but I wasn't sure with that many that they would take that many. I didn't know anything other than the fact that Lions Clubs collected glasses. And I found, my son said to me one day, he said he had been staying in Mexico, and he said there's a guy down there who has a clinic and they use used eyeglasses. And I thought, okay, what the heck? So I called the guy. Didn't know him from anybody. And he said, well, yes, we do, and I'd be happy to take those glasses. Do you know what we do? And I said, I have no clue. And he said, well, why don't you come down here?
Oh.
So I did. And I had a former employee of mine in a company that I had owned who worked for me for many years, but he was then working for the State Department in Mexico City. So I called my friend Tom and I said, could I come stay with you for a few days? When I did, I went down there and I saw a clinic that this man and the Rotary organization had started, and they were using glasses that Lions Clubs had donated and that kind of thing. And I saw the technology that they were using and I said, gee, this is really cool. I think I'd like to do this and help some of the indigenous people that I was familiar with, who are the Maya in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. Could I take your technology instead of giving you the glasses and do the same thing you're doing? He said, sure.
Great.
Fast forward about 5 years, And in the intervening 5 years, I made a number of trips to Mexico and made a lot of arrangements, met a lot of people, made a lot of plans, started working with Lions Clubs and became a member of Lions Club, became a member of a Rotary Club because they were involved in the business end of it, of the clinics. And in connection with my nonprofit, I started an organization that's called the Global Revision Network. And the revision is the revisioning or the repurposing, the recycling of the used eyeglasses. That was the point, is that we would start doing this. Didn't know exactly how to start a clinic or what to do, and I learned an enormous amount of stuff along the way. Probably the most important thing I learned is that in this world today, about 75% of the people in this world need glasses.
75%. Boy.
Now there's 7.7 billion people in the world, and about 5.7 billion of them need glasses. And about 3 billion of them don't have them. So when you look at what is the need for these glasses, recycled or new, of any kind, that's the need. And when you look at the need compared to what the lack of glasses causes, the lack of eyeglasses is the #1 learning disability in the world. It's the major cause of illiteracy. It's a principal cause of blindness. It's a cause of poverty, and it's bad vision. It's become literally an international public health problem, but it's completely overlooked and unaddressed. And so the clinic idea that I had, which was let's start a clinic, I went and I finally made a hookup with the governor of the Yucatan, state of Yucatan in Mexico. And we talked with them about starting the clinic. Now this took a grand total of about 5 years of evolution. I kept collecting glasses up here in Maryland from nice people like him. I started a program with mentally challenged kids in a program that Frederick County runs that's called the Success Program, which is a job and life skills training program for 18 to 21-year-old kids with severe learning disabilities. And I work with them 30, 40, 50 days a year, sorting the eyeglasses that the nice people like the LaVale Lions collect. And on an annual basis, they collect and turn in from this region somewhere in the neighborhood of around 30 to 35,000 pairs of eyeglasses, which we collect. We throw away things that are broken, that get broken along the way. We box them up and we store them with Bowman Trucking here in Hagerstown, Maryland. And we keep them there until we need to ship them to the clinic or clinics somewhere else. In 2007, the first clinic opened in collaboration with the state government of Yucatan in Mexico, in a city called Mérida, a city of about 1 million people. Very lovely city, very clean, very beautiful. Since that clinic opened, they have also opened a mobile clinic, started that to go out into the small pueblos and villages that are more distant, and they have helped more than 100,000 people since the clinic began in 2007.
Is that through the mobile and
That's the two together.
That's two together.
I don't have exact numbers, and there's been no reason to keep exact numbers, so that's fine. Now, besides that clinic, or once that clinic opened, other ophthalmologists in other places, like at Bascom Palmer Eye Institute in Florida, heard about it, and they said, "Could we use that technology?" So they installed it, or we put a program into the Bascom Palmer Eye Institute in Miami. They then took it after the big earthquake to Haiti, and they were dispensing glasses there. Later, some eye doctors in California contacted me, and we ended up subsequently starting 3 more clinics in collaboration with the University of Southern California, Los Angeles County Hospital System. And so there are 3 clinics out in LA in their hospitals. And in the next couple of weeks, I will be going back down to Mexico to start 3 more clinics
Oh my goodness.
in
Robert.
another state in Mexico, where there'll be one in Cancun and 2 other cities. So it's a program that works. It's a program that works really well, and there's never been a way to give people eyeglasses, new or used, more quickly and more accurately than what Global Revision is using in the clinics that we start. We're able to give somebody a pair of glasses in about 5 minutes. They walk in the door, they get an eye examination with an electronic device, and we're able, through a computer technology that's the part of our system, to match what they need to what we have in stock, and then provide them with a pair of glasses, adjust them, check them with their vision, and they're out the door.
That's amazing in 5 minutes.
It is. You can't get a new pair of glasses that quickly.
That's true. I was at the eye doctor yesterday, and I know I was there more than 5 minutes.
I know you were.
That's incredible. So altogether, how many clinics is that going to be?
By the time this year is over, there will be 10.
10. That's awesome. And I did some reading, and I believe it was MIT, that you have some connection with MIT. Can you talk about that some, Bob?
Yes. A number of years ago, one of the doctoral people at MIT discovered a technology that could be done using a cell phone. And what they have developed, without going into the specific details, I got in touch with them, and we've modified actually their program. They helped us modify their program so that we are now going to be able to, let me stop 1 second and clarify a point. In a clinic such as ours, there are 2 technological functions that need to occur. We need to determine what is the prescription of these lenses on this pair of glasses. And then you, the patient, come in, and we need to know what you need in the way of a prescription.
Right.
So we have one piece of equipment in the clinic that's called, my throat's catching, a lensometer. And a lensometer reads the prescription from the glasses. It records that information, puts it into a computer. Then we have another piece of equipment that's called an autorefractor. That reads the prescription in your eyes. When you go to the doctor, when you went to the eye doctor, first thing they did was they took you in a little room, put your chin in a cup, and there was like a balloon or a ball or something.
It was a balloon,
Okay,
yes.
that's the autorefractor.
Okay.
Those cost $15, $20, $30, $40, $50,000. Those are expensive machines. A lensometer is $6,000, $8,000, $10,000. You need both of those pieces of information to match, to figure out, pardon me, what glasses you need, or how to match. MIT has created, based on a cell phone, 2 cell phones, 2 pieces of technology called a lensometer and an autorefractor.
Okay.
The total cost of the 2 pieces of equipment is around $2,100.
What a savings.
It's about 1/10 what it costs for the stuff we've been using in the past. So the cost of opening these 3 new clinics will be significantly reduced because the MIT guys worked with us on adopting their technology and ours so it's compatible, and we will be using that in the new clinics. It's brilliant, and it's money saving out the wazoo. It's
That is
really neat.
incredible. Oh my, that's just remarkable. So, Bob, from your point of view, what is things that we as American people can do to help people in foreign countries? Besides donating glasses, is there other things you'd like to challenge us to do?
I would say yes, there is. And what it is to give your glasses, go round up your used eyeglasses. For gosh sakes, go find them. People asked me at the beginning of when I started this many years back, they said, well, do you think there's enough used eyeglasses in the country to do this? And I've worked with statisticians at the National Eye Institute, part of National Institute of Health. And here's the fact. There are in this country at this moment between 225 and 250 million people who wear glasses. If you walk down the street and you said to people, do you wear glasses? Yes. How many pair do you got sitting around that you're not using? Well, I kept the last pair that I had, and I've got the other pair. Probably 2, 3, 4. Now, if you multiplied 2 or 3 or 4 times 250 million, there are realistically, somewhere between 1 and 2 billion pairs of used eyeglasses sitting in people's nightstands and glove compartments and desk drawers in this country right this minute.
My.
And what we need is for more people to reach in their drawer, please reach in your drawer and get your old glasses out and give them to the Lions.
Right.
Because people like me can use those glasses and we can literally put them on a person's face. And what we do different in this district, in this Lions 22W district, is we don't just collect them and warehouse them. We collect them, we warehouse them, we give job training to mentally challenged kids, we provide the eyeglasses to indigent people in this country and others, and we're helping hundreds of thousands of people at no cost to pretty much anybody. And we're giving people back the ability to read, to be literate, to break poverty. It's amazing.
It's just
a
win,
stupid
win.
pair of glasses.
Right.
Yeah.
It's win-win-win all the way around, isn't it? On my Facebook post today, when I told you all about Robert and Elwood being with us, I showed a picture at my desk at the hospital, and I had about 5 pairs of glasses. Those were my glasses that I took out of my nightstand and I brought in and put in the LaVale Lions collection box. So as Robert was just saying, there are probably 1 billion of us or something that have the same situation.
Yes.
In your drawer at home, pull that out, get those glasses, let's share them to help people. You said in California there's clinics going, right? People in foreign countries. What a great thing for no cost to us just to be able to help others. What a magnificent program. Bob, is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we wrap up today? I know we've covered a lot of territory.
I would like to say that for anybody who thinks that belonging to a service organization is kind of corny or anything else, think again. The fact of the matter is that the public's exposure to Rotary clubs and Lions clubs and Kiwanis clubs and all that kind of stuff is a chicken barbecue, or it's a breakfast that's given every month, or it's something where they're trying to raise money, and what the heck do they do with it? What they do with it is they give it away. Nobody in my organization makes any money. Nobody in a Lions club makes any money. They do this because they understand that service above self, serving the community, is more important, or you get to a point in your life where you understand that you can do a whole lot when a whole bunch of people with the same attitude get together. So if you have a pair of glasses, put them in a box, donate them to somebody. Whether I get them or the Lions clubs get them or another organization gets them, it doesn't matter. They'll help somebody. And if you've got the spare time or you've got the curiosity, think about joining a Lions club, because it's an awfully good organization and they are more community oriented towards doing things for people where they live and serve than anybody going. And Lions is the biggest service organization in the world.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah.
That's remarkable.
Is that a good enough commercial for you, my friend?
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a great commercial.
It's the truth.
That's really remarkable to know. Alrighty, Elwood, so we're going to wrap it up here. So when are the local LaVale Lions Club meetings?
We have a meeting the first Tuesday of every month and also on the third Tuesday of every month. We meet at the Lower LaVale Fair Hall, and the meeting's usually called to order at 6:30 in the evening.
Okay.
We have a directors meeting, which is the following week, and that'll be at the LaVale Rescue Squad. But anybody that's interested, why, we'd love to have you contact one of our members. Give that telephone number a call at 729-4166, and we'll be glad to talk to you about it.
That's great. So our producer, Ryan, he has a graphic that he's going to be able to share with us. So at the LaVale Lions Club, they have what's called the answer line. And the phone number is going to be 301-729-4166. Now, this is an answer machine, but they will get back to you promptly. I'm sure you probably check your answer machine every day, don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. So again, the answer line for the LaVale Lions Club, 301-729-4166. Now, they also have other ways that you can get a hold of the LaVale Lions. There's a couple more ways. We have a website that Elwood has given to us. It's www.lavalelions.com. So that's pretty simple, www.lavalelions.com. They also have a Facebook page, LaVale Lions Facebook page, and you can get some great information there and keep in touch about that upcoming barbecue that we all just love. That's in May. Bring your glasses, take home some chicken. Again, I want to go over some of the places that those drop-off boxes are. At the hospital, at the information desk. In LaVale, you can go to the Burton's Shopping Plaza, the LaVale Dry Cleaner, the LaVale Pharmacy, the My Eye Doctor behind the new freestanding Chick-fil-A, the Christ Lutheran Church, and the Presbyterian Church on Washington Street. There's a few places that you can drop off your eyeglasses. What a great opportunity that we have just to share with others that can receive sight and totally change their lifestyle. That's a wonderful thing. So for those of you who watch every week, you know I'm going to leave you with a scripture that has to do something with the theme. And so today's scripture is going to come from the Bible in the book of Isaiah, and it's in the New Living Translation. The Bible verse is Isaiah 58:10. Feed the hungry and help those in trouble. Then your light will shine out from the darkness, and the darkness around you will be as bright as noon. Isaiah 58:10. And that's the good news for today. Thank you all so much for joining us. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Our guests next week will be some dietitian friends of mine, Teresa Stahl and Brenda Ridgway. They're going to share with us about some good nutrition tips. It's January, it's a new year, new you. Let's learn about having good nutrition in our life. God bless you. Bye-bye. We'll see you next Tuesday.